Hi everyone, Ryan here. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos recently on ranking movie trilogies, and I've been seeing that the Indiana Jones trilogy is very highly rated by people. It's normally just like the second choice right after Lord of the Rings. And I for me, I never grew up watching Indiana Jones. I've never seen it before, and so this really caught me off guard. I knew that they were pretty popular films, but I didn't realize that the whole Indiana Jones trilogy was so widely acclaimed by the public, that it's widely considered maybe like the second best trilogy ever made, from what I'm seeing from all these different YouTube videos, on these channels that are ranking them. So for me, I've never seen them. I never watched them in my childhood. And when I mentioned this to my friends, when I told them, just to get their opinion, they shared similar sentiment. They were completely shocked that I've never seen the Indiana Jones movies before. So I'm now determined, on this long weekend, to watch the Indiana Jones trilogy, and I just wanted to kind of record my reaction to all of them. So tonight I'm gonna watch the first one. I believe it's Temple of Doom. Yeah, I'm about to get set up on the TV and watch the first one. So I'll see you guys soon, and I'll let you know what I think of the first one. All right, catch you guys later. Bye. All right, I just got done with watching Raiders of the Lost Ark. I got it wrong in my intro. I thought it was the first one was the Temple of Doom, but no, that's the second one. So I went ahead and just finished watching Raiders of the Lost Ark, and that was really good. Definitely impressed. I'm really glad I watched that. It was definitely. I could see why it's iconic. So I'm very glad that I got to watch it tonight, and looking forward to the other ones. And I definitely need to give my mom a phone call and complain to her why she didn't show me this when I was a kid. So, but I'm glad that I got to watch it now. So I'm looking forward to watching the other two this weekend. I'll give you guys an update when I watch those. Hey everyone. So I'm jumping back on here because I realized last night I gave a pretty brief review of what my thoughts were on Raiders of the Lost Ark. I was quite a bit tired. So I want to jump on now, tonight, before I watch Temple of Doom, and just give kind of more of my thoughts on Raiders of the Lost Ark. So there was two main things that I really enjoyed about, the first movie in the Indiana Jones trilogy. And the first thing I really enjoyed was the screenplay and the writing. Everything was super clean in the movie. Every scene was it served its purpose. It was all leading towards the final finale of the movie, um, and the climax. There was no filler scenes. Everything had a purpose. And something that really illustrates this was like early on in the movie, there was a gag scene with Indy getting in the plane and him complaining about there being a snake in there. That pays off later in the movie, once he's going to receive the lost covenant. That it takes place in a pit essentially full of snakes, and that highlights his fear. So everything was a callback or reference. There was nothing that was just thrown away in the screenwriting. So I thought that was really cool. I really appreciated it. And I was definitely engaged throughout the whole movie in terms of the writing. So that's how you know that it's a good quality movie, is when the writing and the story itself keeps you engaged throughout. The other thing I want to note is just, of course, the, the soundtrack itself. John Williams did a fantastic job. I've had the Indiana Jones, um, the theme stuck in my head all night and all day. I just bump ba dum bump ba dum. That's just been stuck in my head all day. So I'm very excited to watch the next one, Temple of Doom. I'm excited to see if it continues holding up, compared to the first one, and just keep following along with Indiana Jones and seeing what the story is. So yeah, that's all. So I'll catch in with you guys later tonight, once I finish Temple of Doom. So catch you guys later. Bye. So I just finished watching the second movie of Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom. And first and foremost, it's definitely a fun movie. I had a lot of fun watching it, but I don't think it's as strong as the first one, Raiders of the Lost Ark. So yeah, that's my main thoughts. I think it had a slow start to the movie. The first hour was kind of slow with just setting up the plot and getting to the action. Wasn't as consistent with the action as the first one. But when we got to to the halfway point, it became quite interesting. With Indiana having to save all the kids that were enslaved and and also rescuing the rocks and getting out of sticky situations and defeating the bad guy. So it was a lot of fun. Definitely the second half, but the first half was kind of slow. I found the lead woman, the character, to be quite annoying during the first half. Um, uh, Eventually, she builds and she becomes more interesting and more useful overall during the second half. And um, yeah, just during the first half, she's just an annoyance, I find. So it wasn't that fun. Um, in comparison to the first movie where we had a strong lead woman and she was very active and very um, uh, a lot of help to Indiana Jones and his team. So yeah, I think Temple of Doom was definitely a lot of fun. I still enjoyed it. Would recommend it, but Raiders of the Lost Ark is definitely something special. So yeah, now I'm gonna move on tomorrow night. I'm gonna watch the last movie. I believe it's called The Last Crusade. So I'll let you know my thoughts once I watch it tomorrow. All right, so I just finished watching The Last Crusade, the last movie in the Indiana Jones trilogy, and I really enjoyed it. I really like the story on this one and all the action sequences. Yeah, it was really good. It really held up with the whole trilogy. I'd say overall, for the whole trilogy, I think I would put in order of which ones I enjoyed from most to least. I would say Raiders of the Lost Ark #1 for sure. That was the best one. Followed by The Last Crusade, then by Temple of Doom. I think all of them are pretty great. The reason that this video was created because was I had watched some YouTube videos on ranking different movie trilogies, and a lot of people were putting the Indiana Jones trilogy high up on their list, and I gotta definitely say it met the hype. I was definitely very impressed when you put together George Lucas for the story, Steven Spielberg for the direction of the movie, and John Williams for the music. You have a unstoppable team right there, and it definitely lived up all to the hype. So I was very happy watching the Indiana Jones trilogy over this long weekend. And yeah, if you haven't watched it for some reason yet, like I was, um, I would definitely go recommend checking it out. It's really fun. It's a really fun story, and also just has a lot of fun action in it and some humor as well. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Indiana Jones is great, and probably be my Halloween costume for this year. That's how much I enjoyed it. So yeah, that's all. Thanks everyone for checking it out. I hope you have a good one. Bye.